Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri. What is the difference between the Mahatma and the Mudhatma? Two are there. So we have seen who is the Mudhatma. Bhagavan told, Moghasha Mogha Karmanaha Moghajnana Vichetasaha Rakshasim Asurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shrasaha. Mudhatma are those, they are living in false hopes, Moghasha. If we accept what is due, we will never be miserable. But we go on imagining. This is one of the most important things. Remember, nothing happens wrong to anybody on any issue. Nothing wrong goes. Let us not meddle in his creation. About this, I learned it from one Mahatma. One of my friend, a Tamilian in Calcutta, very good family. And after my tour here and there, after 4 months or so, I went to Calcutta. And there, when I went to see him in his house, he was on the bed with a mosquito net curtain. His wife told me, Swamiji, don't touch him. Then she said, his bones have become so brittle that if you touch it, it breaks. So I said, all right. So I simply touched him slowly and then I chanted this Mrityunjay Mahamantra for his welfare. He should again revive. And after that was over, with that burden on my head, I went to Mahatma for satsang. And that day, for the first time, that Mahatma asked me this question. Never he asked, nor I asked anybody anything. You have to discover. So he asked me, what is your problem? You are looking disturbed. So I told him, this is what happened. Now my question is, this is why what I have done, is it right or wrong? So he gave me a very clear reply and solution to my problem. He said, whatever has happened, forget. Don't brood over the past. Then he said, when we do this kind of prayers, we bring pressure on Bhagavan. It is something like we know somebody and because of our acquaintance, we want to get the wrong things done. He doesn't know what is right for whom, and we have to teach him how important it is. And then we give the false hopes in life, moghasha. This is one of the most important principles. Don't meddle in God's creation. If you have to, serve. Do the best of your ability. If you cannot serve, never mind. Don't become miserable and don't make others miserable. And one of the technique you can try is never talk about anybody's misery in front of him. See, I feel so sorry for you. You are married, Before marriage you were so happy. I feel very sorry for you. Now he is already miserable. Don't remind him. For a change, suppose he is happy. You remind him, Are, you are happy? Miserable. You are. Friends, moghasha, then mogha karmana. Their all activities are useless. Doing all those things which are not required. We go to one temple, and there we start chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Go to another temple, Rama temple, Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai. You go to Guruvayur, Guruvayur. And then we are all the time tense. Monday Shivji, Tuesday Hanumanji, Wednesday Santoshi Mata, Thursday Guruvar, then Guruji, and then Friday Tirupati, Saturday another Hanuman, and Sunday Ekadashi. Why you torture yourself? Simple rule. Keep the stomach full and head empty. But what happens? Don't keep the stomach full. We keep the esophagus full up to here. See, eat 3 times a day, but every time eat little. But when we sit for eating food, we imagine this is the last supper, dabao. See, friends, observe this. Therefore, moga karmana. In vain are there all efforts. Moga jnana, that knowledge which does not take you to your divine nature is meaningless knowledge. There is no need to know about all these things. How far is the sun from the earth? How far is the moon? And how does it matter, yaar? You must know who you are. That is important. Therefore, don't get lost in these fields. Therefore, those who are scientific minded, they get lost only in conceptualization. Because they talk about the galaxies, not the phone. They talk about galaxies. And then, where are the galaxies? They are in the space. So before you go to galaxy, find out what is space. Then they have nothing to inquire. We talk about earth, water, fire, air. Why not about space? So what is space? Find out. See? On the basis of this, one young child of 5 years, he ultimately metamorphosed into a great master who lived for 120 years. He was in Hubballi, Karnataka, Siddharudha Swami. When he was small, hardly 5 years, 6 years, he used to go with his mother for satsang. And the Panditji was telling, when the pralaya comes, the earth dissolves in water, water in the fire, fire in the air, air in the space. Then the child asked, where the space dissolves? So that Panditji said, I do not know. For this, you must go to a Sadguru. He can tell you. And then the child left home at the age of 5. Whole story, long one. And then he came to know that the space is born out of mind and it dissolves in the mind. When we sleep, where are we? Space. The moment we are awake, meaning when this waking experience begins, how does it begin? Bijasyantarivang kuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri kritam. Everything comes out of me. So when the identification with the gross body is confirmed and validated, then first the space comes out, then the time, then the object, and then somebody. So where is the space? Space dissolves in the mind. And what is the mind? Naiva manasam. Mind is not. Light, is the light reality? No. It is an expression of electricity. Therefore, slowly, this inquiry is meaningful. But Mogha Jnana, getting lost in the unwanted inquiries. Don't waste time in that. Then Vichetasaha, their thinking process is very perverted. They can't think positive, always thinking negative and destructive. Because Rakshasim Asurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shritaha. They are by nature Rakshasi Prakriti. You know what is the meaning of Rakshasa? It is the other way. If you write Rakshasa in Sanskrit and read like Urdu, it becomes Sakshara. Educated fools are called as Rakshas. Rakshasi Prakriti. Always thinking destructive, negative. Then Asurim Prakriti. Asura means Asusu Ramante Yete. Asu means prana. Those who are indulgent, those who are cruel, they are called as the Asurim Prakritim Chaiva Mohinim Sitaha. Thus they are leading under the delusion of their wrong notions. These are the Mudhatma. Now the second one is Mahatma Nastumam Partha Devim Prakritimashritaha Bhajanti Ananya Manasa Jnatvam Bhutadimam Vyayam. Mahatma Nastuman Partha Devi Prakritimashritaha. So who is a Mahatma? Mahatma is having Devi Prakriti. What is Devi Prakriti? Be attentive. Two types of thoughts. One type of thoughts are such by which we destroy ourselves and we destroy others. They are the abnormal modifications of the mind. They are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Now what will be Daivi Prakriti? Contrary to that. Therefore, in Yoga Shastra, this Yama Niyama, these two things are only meant for that. When the Yama is told, Yama is how do we deal with the world while living. In short, we should not be a problem to the world and we should not take the world as a problem. This is Yama Sadhana. Niyam Sadhana, we should not be a problem to ourselves. See, we are the most terrible problem to ourselves. Therefore, what we do? We pass on our problem to somebody. Early morning, one gentleman went to somebody. Gupta ji, what are you doing? He said, come on, this is early morning. I am busy with my things, but how come you came? No, I was getting bored, therefore I came. You are bored because who came there? No, I was alone, therefore I was getting bored. Now imagine, a person who becomes bored of his own presence, what solid bore he must be. Then we go to others. The real spiritual practice is if you are at peace with yourself, without the company of anybody or any other criteria. You are at peace. Not sleepy, not bored. This is Daivi Prakriti. And such a mind, then it is engaged in Bhajanti Ananya Manasa. Now we have to keep the thoughts going or else we sleep. And it is for this purpose we are told by our masters, scriptures, chant the Lord's name. Now see the difference between these two types of thought processes. One thought process, that is Mudhatma, Rakshasim, Asurim, Prakriti, is that by which we become extrovert, indulgent, we suffer and we make others suffer. Because we are carried away by the thought. Now the second one, also thoughts, but by those thoughts we are not carried away. Which are those thoughts? Those thoughts are pertaining to something finite. or something infinite. So you will come to know, if the theme is finite, there will be thought breeding. If the theme is infinite, the thought is complete in itself. Like Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, complete. Next thought will not be born out of this thought. Or if a thought comes, let us have a cup of tea. But at this time, where can we get it? This is not the time for tea. Who told you tea time is every time? No, but here they don't give. Can we go out somewhere? We'll have it there. Because I want a cup of tea is a finite theme. One thought will breed next thought. Think about your children. See, my children now they must be, sleeping. I don't know, they don't work also. But my parents are spoiling the children. Caw, 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 caw. Now, on the contrary, take Lord's name, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, complete. Give a gap. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This japa is like the speed breakers. When the road is good, car is good, but you are not good. Then we go very fast. And what we want to prove to whom? We go very fast. And there is likelihood that we may dash somewhere. So what the road makers do? They have speed breakers in between. When the speed breakers come, cut, cut, oh, I'm going very fast. Similarly, so many thoughts are constantly running. Mind is like a poultry farm. Caw, 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 caw. So immediately start. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This thought flow will be arrested. Remember, chanting the Lord's name, God doesn't want. On the contrary, he is fed up. Bhagwan Ram told me, the most tortured Bhagwan is Ram. Everybody keeps on chanting Ram, 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 Ram. You are all grahasthas. Your small child, maybe 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, constantly nagging you. Mummy, 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 mummy. Beta, what do you want? Mummy, 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 mummy. What will you do? Chup, sir kha raha hai. What do you want? Mummy, mummy, mummy. Give one. Exactly the same way. Ram, 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 Ram. Beta, what do you want? But where is he listening to Bhagavan? Ram, Ram. What do you want? Ram, 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 Ram. Mechanically going on. Then, therefore, Bhagavan Ram has Hanumanji. Then Bhagavan Ram tells Hanumanji, chup. Then what about Bhagavan Krishna? You talk. Who listens? He is busy himself. You talk to him. Bolte raho. That is not the way. Remember, we are chanting for controlling the flow of thoughts. He doesn't need, we should chant his name. He doesn't need. The impact should come on us. And where? On the mind. How important it is. And therefore, bhajanti ananya manasa. Ananya manasa means when you are, now I am taking you to the next step. When you are chanting the Lord's name, the first impact will be your flow of thought will be reduced. You will go slowly. You will be out of poultry farm. Then the second thing. When you are chanting Lord's name, Now become very cool and very quiet and very slow. Just find out where from the name begins. Om. Sri Ram. Where from it begins and where does it end? Now remain aware about this point. Where from the Lord's name begins and where does it end? Then one day, by God's grace, we'll come to know everything begins from the center of our being. And the center of being, all of us know. But we know this, we do not know. When we ask the children, who was shouting? You? No, I was not shouting. His finger goes here. I was not shouting. He will not say, I was not shouting. Every one of us, by default, know. This is the center of our being. And around the center is the Vijnanam, the Anandamaya Kosha, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, the Pranamaya, the Annamaya Kosha, and the world. Therefore, here the teacher tells us, Bhajanti Ananya Manasa. Ananya Manasa means now our attention becomes so subtle that we drop the sounds and we focus on the silence. Sri Ram. But this is also not complete. On earth, we have got day and night because of sun and because of movement of the earth. On the sun, there is neither light nor darkness. In the same manner, in this relative world, there is joy, sorrows, gain, loss, sound, silence. But in me, I support the sounds, I support the silence. Sounds do not add anything to me. Silence does not take away anything from me. I am ever the same. ना कुछ पाना, sounds don't add anything to me. ना कुछ खोना, silence doesn't take away anything from me. Bhajanti Ananya Manasa. Don't keep God far away. Atma Tvam Girijamati Sahachara Prana Shariram Guham Pujate Vishayopabhoga Rachana Nidra Samadhi Sthitihi Sanchara Padayo Pradakshina Vidhi Stotrani Sarvagiro Yad Yad Karma Karomi Tattadakilam Shambho Tavaradhana. Atma Tvam Girijamati Sahachara Prana Shariram Gruham Pujati Vishayokabhogarachana Nidra Samadhi Sthitihi Sanchara Padayo Pradakshina Vidhi Stotrani Sarvagiro Yad Yad Karma Karomi Tattadakilam Shambho Tavaradhanam. When we do the Aradhana of the Shiva, everything is focused on that. So what is that? Atma Tvam. You are the source. Hey friends. But instead of living at the center of our being, we are living at the periphery of our personality. How much property I have got, how many relations I have got, how many places I have visited, how much success I have. Why, all the time on the periphery. Come back to yourself. And to come back to your center, few techniques. Number one, don't talk about your past. Don't ask anything about past, anybody's past. Where we are not required, we should not go. Common. No, I just came. Am I a garden or what? Just think how important it is. Then only we will slowly learn what Bhagavan is telling. Bhajanti ananya manasa jnatva mam bhutadi avyayam. Then we come to know that Paramatma is bhutadi avyayam, the source of everything. And avyayam, nothing is lost, nothing is gained. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. See? These experiences are happening, but we are not aware of it. Again and again you can think about it and recognize how true it is. See? You are so many sitting here. Is it a burden to my vision? If you all go, is it a loss? No. Our experiences of waking and dream, they are of having something. Waking we have this thing, dream we have this thing. In deep sleep and samadhi, we have nothing. So waking and dream, does it add anything to us? The deep sleep and samadhi, do we lose anything? Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. How simple life becomes. Therefore, bhutadi avyayam. We are ever the same. So many good, bad events have come and gone. What difference it made to us? They are the same. So many satsang have come and gone. What difference it made to us? They are the same. We cannot change. It is manufacturer's defect. This is Daivi Prakritim. Now, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Drudavrataha Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. Now such people who are thus not thinking about the world and a negative, such people are Satatam Kirtayantaha Mam. Satatam. Satam means continuous. Satatam means without any breach. Mam Kirtayantaha. If they have to talk or if they have to think, it's only about the glory of the Lord. Better than that is, keep your mouth shut. Two ways. First way I told you, don't talk to yourself. Don't produce sounds. Don't talk to yourself. Second thing, before we talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, in 99% cases, you will get a reply. No need to talk. But this is what happens. I should not say, but our neighbor's daughter-in-law is far better than our daughter-in-law. If there is an exchange offer, we don't mind. When you know, you should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? See, friends, this is what is said, Satadam Kirtayanto Mam. When I travel a lot, particularly flights, so when I see somebody is coming and going to talk to me, so I take out my mala and they start, Swamiji, where are you from? So I said, look here, my guru told me, wherever you are traveling, you should chant the Lord's name. So according to my guru's orders, I chant Lord's name, so I cannot talk. You can talk. He talks. I don't listen. There is no need to know anything about anybody. Satadam kirtayantaha mam nitya yatantascha drudavrataha. Yatantaha, we have to put efforts. It will not go overnight. Now you are here for another 1 or 2 days. Now this principle you take with you. Don't talk about yourself to anybody and don't talk anybody about them. See, don't make a like Rotary Club, Lions Club, Satsanga Club. See friends, this is extremely important to know. One of the great saints who has tremendous impact on my life, his devotees, after he departed, were thinking and sitting together and made the next in charge. So we are all thinking that Maharajji had his devotees around the world. So we will do one thing, we will make a directory of Maharajji's devotee. Who is in Dubai, who is in New York, who is in LA, who is in China, who is in Delhi, who is in Mumbai. We can make a directory. So then like Rotary Club has. So what will happen? Suppose I go to New York. Why waste money in the hotel? Go to Hari Om, Hari Om. Remember, Adhyatma is not a congregation. Don't create groups. Be with yourself. Go attend satsang, discover the truth, get out. And drudavrataha. Life has to be lived as commitment. Drudavrataha means what? Like out of the so many mantras, if you take one, which one? Dekho suno mat bolo. Take this one. So if somebody talks to you, yes, that much we have to talk. But when we see something, aha, how beautiful, oh, what is the need? Others also can see. But then that becomes our default. We have to comment on something. And this is how we go away from ourselves. Therefore, yatantascha drudavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya. And then they are totally surrendering to me out of pure devotion. Our prayers to the Lord is what? We go with a list. And then we do namaskar. And then we go on asking. We get up. Sorry, I forgot one. See, once I was in Shirdi, those people in Shirdi, they know me and therefore I get a quick entrance and go touch my head to the Paduka and those Panditji willingly or unwillingly sometimes give the coconut, the garland and I go out. The whole thing takes maximum 5 to 7 seconds, 10 seconds. I go. And when other people come, there the crowd is lot. So the police say, Auto, go away, go ahead. So when we came out, some commandos were with me. So they say, Swamiji, you get such a chance to spend more time there. You just come out. See, watch this thing. Many people, when they go to the temple, what is this? Observe this. What is the reason? I say reason is, if longer the demand, longer is the namaskar. If shorter demand, quick namaskar. See? Then what do you ask? I said, I'll tell you, provided you will ask that only. I don't know what you will tell. I said, yes, you have to be prepared. I said, look here, I have asked him. And, oh Lord, let my mind entertain no ill feeling for anybody in the whole universe, even for fun, even out of joke, even casually, even in the dream. No ill feeling towards anybody. Slowly, slowly, mind starts remaining calm and quiet. Nears and dears we can forget, but the enemies we cannot forget. Good events of our life we can forget, but the bad events we always remember. The health we will forget, but the diseases we will remember. The plain road we will forget, but the all kinds of broken road that we will remember. Oh, that was such a bad road. Good road we will forget. See, friends, therefore, namasyantascha mam bhaktya, don't ask anything. Then, nitya yukta upasate. And nitya yukta meaning they are not limited only this time I am a devotee, afterwards I am a devotee. What is a devotee? Devotee does not vote for anybody. Therefore, namasyantasya man bhaktya nitya yukta. It is not once in a while we go there and tell God what to do. Upasate. This is what upasana. Then jnana yadnena chapyanne yajanto mam upasate ekatvena pruthaktvena bahudha vishvato mukham. Many years before I went to Fiji. For the first time, I also went and they also got somebody talking on Gita. In Fiji, the people from India were taken by the boat for local work, cultivation, etc. And then they were downloaded on that country and the ship left. Now they were told, you stay here or you die. So they have to stay there. And most of them were from UP and Bihar. So UP Bihar means Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijavana Mukura Sudhari, Ramayana and Hanuman Chalisa. So they started, every day sitting together chanting. This is how they are maintained Hindu culture in Fiji extremely well. But they have never studied Gita, etc. So when I went, then we will have Gita Gyan Yagya. I said, all right, we will have it. Somebody must have heard somewhere. And then they came to me at night. Swamiji, tomorrow we are starting Gita Gyan Yagya, evening. So tell us what preparations we have to make. How many yajman are required? What will be the size of the Agni Kunda? What we have to pour into that? When we talk about yajna, immediately the firework begins. Here Bhagavan says, Jnana yajnena chapyanne. So earlier it was the bhakti, devotion. Now we graduate further. Jnana yajnena chapyanne yajanto mam upasate. So what is the Jnana yajna? In the 4th chapter Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Shreyan dravyamaya jajna jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma kilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Hey Arjun, there are many yajnas. Dravya yajna, pranayam yajna, yoga yajna, dana yajna. But among all the dravya yajna, where something is offered or burnt, no, more than that, jnana yajna is far superior. Because what happens? In the fire of knowledge, wrong notions are offered as the ahuti, and we all suffer because of the wrong notions. Jnana yajna is the way wherein wrong notions are offered in the fire of knowledge without replacing by new notions. In other paths, karma, yoga, upasana, there one notion is replaced by another notion. Earlier I was going to the cinema, now I don't go to cinema. Right? Yes. Since I have become spiritual, you don't see the movie. No, I see the movie at home. There I don't. See, friends, replacement of notion is not spiritual life. Wrong notions must be disordered, discarded, without creating new notions. See? We are carrying so much burden of different notions. We add one more notion. I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am rich, I am poor, I am married, I am unmarried, I am successful, I am a failure. In addition to all that, these days I am spiritual also. No. Discard all notions and come to discover the non-notional experience. This is Jnana Yajna. This is the fire of knowledge. You are doing nothing, only correcting the focal length. Jnana Yajnena chapyanye yajantaha mam upasate. Therefore, please remember, initially when a child starts walking, he has to take support. But whole life he doesn't have to take support. In the same manner, we have to do everything in life. Karnataka. We have to take care of our people at home. We have to serve them. We have to go to the office. We have to do the business. Everything we have to do. But remember, that is not all. There is much more further. Then we get introduced to going to temple, doing puja, offering something, giving dakshina. Then we rise above that also. Because now the mind has become pure. The signs of pure mind are the inquiry about the self kindles. How do we know that our mind is pure? When no thought about the world ever disturbs us. And then we come to the utter silence, which is not against sounds. What we call Prashanti Nilayam. Ashanti we know. Opposite of Ashanti is Shanti. That which is not disturbed because of Ashanti, and that which is not enhanced because of Shanti is Prashanti. Meaning, presence or absence of anything. In other words, Dvandva, the complementary opposites, have no impact on us. Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Nirmana moha, jita sanga dosha, adhyatma nitya, vinivritta kama, dvandvair vimuktaha, sukha dukkha sanjaihi. Dvandva. Everything in this world is in complementary opposites. This is how the world is. What can you do? day, night, here, there, good, bad. You have to just accept it gracefully, or accept and suffer. Acceptance is no choice, it's compulsory. Therefore, Jnana Yajnena Chapyanne Jajanto Mam Upasate. With this fire of knowledge, all events will happen in our life, good and bad. You know, there is one prayer in Bhagavad Mahapuran wherein Kunti Mata asks Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Everybody has asked something or the other. And she said, hey Krishna, if you have to give me all problems. Because whenever there are problems, I think of you. दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे ना कोई, सुख में यदि सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे को होए. How simple it is. Be very attentive. This is to be recognized in ourselves. Now tell me, how many of all of us have thought today about our year? Not even once, is it not? But here, I had a mosquito bite, and there is a pain. The moment there is a pain, I am always thinking about it. Meaning what? Wherever we are painful, we think about it. And what is that pain given? The pain is not given to torture us. See, the other day before going to US, this year only, one day I just thought, I am going for a long period. So, one of my good friends is a dentist and he is looking after my mouth for years together. Must be more than about 40, 50 years. So, I said, hey, Neil, and take a general checkup because I am going for a long period. And dentistry in USA means killing. So, try. And he was just doing tuck, 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 tuck. And one place I got tremendous, I said, hey, short, trivial. Now when he checked it, a root canal was required. So he called the root canal specialist and he was available. He came in the evening, 5 o'clock, we did it. Now that pain, which was there but I have not felt, then it would have become misery. So the pain is given to me not for torture, to tell something is wrong. In the same manner, all the problems of our life are a message. You are in this world for something higher. Don't get lost in this wretched world. See, friends. Therefore, remember, any difficulty, any problem, whether social, health, religious, family problem, they are a reminder to us for what you have come here to know the truth. If we go here and there, one danda will come. Follow this path. Jnana yajnena chapyanne jajanta mam upasate. Then ekatvena prusatvena bahuda vishvato mukham. Now this upasana is done. Prusatvena, we have God as other than us. And then we do the upasana, chant the Lord's name, study the scriptures, what is Upanishad, what is Brahman, what is Paramatma, what is Bhagavan, what is Jiva, what are the 5 elements, how the life is manifesting in the body. Everything we study slowly, slowly, and then ekatvena, and then we come to know that we are the source of everything. We are the substratum supporting the multiplicity, bahuda vishvato mukham. In this manner, slowly we come to discover the complete picture of life. Complete picture. See, when you are in your room, give it a try. Don't worry, how don't ask questions. Sit down wherever you are, Then start. Leave the objects, came to the sense organs. Leave the sense organs, come to the mind. Leave the mind, come to I. Leave the I, come to life. Leave the life, come to Chetana. Leave the Chetana, come to Chaitanya. See? But who can do it if you don't become anybody? If you are sitting and you become husband. So what will be your sadhana? Oh God, other people's wives are so nice. Hare Rama, don't remain husband on the seat of meditation. Therefore, practice to live as nobody. Now, who is nobody? Who doesn't have any speciality? What is the speciality? He who knows more and more about less and less. One patient went to the ENT doctor. Doctor Sahab, I got tremendous pain in my ear. Which ear? Right ear. I am sorry, I am left ear specialist. Drop all specialities, come back to the common substratum. Ekatvena pruthakvena bahuda vishrato mukham. Various ways you can discover and find. In this manner, we will come to know aham kraturaham yajnaha swadhaham aham aushadam mantro aham evajam aham agni aham hutam. Now what Bhagavan is telling from his point of view, we have to understand from our point of view. Aham kratuhu, I am the kratu, the various kind of karma that are being done. Aham yajnaha, I am the yajna. Aham svadha, I am the thing which are offering. Aushadam, mantra aham. If aham is not there, nothing can be. See? Everything begins from us. And when we drop everything, we come back to ourselves. There are two ways of looking on the spiritual path. One way is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The second one is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. The first, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, this world is an illusion. The second statement is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. Conclusion, therefore Brahman is illusion. No, the impact will be different. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya means what? Means we do not desire anything which is recognized by us as an illusion. Do we desire to take a piece of a rainbow and give it to your beloved? No, because mithya. Do we collect the mirage waters, take to the laboratory for experiment? No, because mithya. See, friends. Oh, this is the first step. So when this first statement we hear, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, means what? We will be free from all kinds of desires. Then we have understood that principle. Second thing, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, everything is Paramatma. This is what is said here. Aham Kratu, Aham Yajna, Swada Aham, Aushadam Aham, Mantra Aham, Aham Evajya, Aham Agni, Aham Hutam. Everything is I. Now what is the impact of this? We cannot desire ourselves. Like the eyes cannot see themselves. They can see everything. What is the reason? The seer and the seen division disappears, and what remains is the truth. And how obvious it is when we go to the temple from a long distance and struggling, and we stand there queue and everybody is pushing. We look at the God and close our eyes. Then we are pushed. Arre, I have not even seen. We all know the truth is within, not outside. See? Therefore, the one reality alone has become everything, and therefore we cannot have desire about ourselves. So put these two statements together. First is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, world is an illusion. Second is everything is Paramatma. In both the cases, the impact will be we will be free from the burden of desire in our heart. Freedom from desire is God realization. No desire. Desire is an abscess on the mind. Wherever there is abscess, there is a pus inside. It is painful. Then what we do? We go to the doctor and he gives a cut and all the pus is brought out, and then we feel, aha, tyage naike amrutatva manashu. Exactly the same way. Desire is an abscess on the mind. So what we do? We fulfill the desire. When the desire is fulfilled, all the pus of the contents is removed and we feel, ah. Then, is it over? No. Second desire, second abscess. Just imagine, in your heart, your mind is full of abscesses. How disgusting it is. Therefore, both these statements ultimately conclude Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya vridishritaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When we live at zero desire level, we are one with the divine. No desire. But then if there is hunger, continue, go and eat. See? Shariram kevalam karma kurvan napnoti kilvisham. If you are hungry and therefore you want to eat, this desire will not create any sin. But if you are hungry and you want to take food, but I want only that food, not other food, samsara will begin. Therefore, let us give ourselves minimum choice. Living at zero choice level. Whatever is there, very good. Therefore, before taking food, we always say, oh, food is very good. Afterwards, you have to tell lies. Therefore, aham kruturham yajnaha swadaham aham aushadam mantroham evaja aham agni aham hutam. पिता हमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामह वेद्यम पवित्र ओंकार रुक्साम जुरेव च. We are not late. So, Pita aham asya jagatah. I am the father, I am the mother, I am the grandfather, and I am everything. See? I am father, grandfather, mata, dhata, pitamaha, everything. Is it not when we dream, in that dream, we see a ocean on the beach, two persons are walking. One is elderly man and second is a child holding the finger of his grandfather, and they were walking. Do we dream in this manner? First, the old man was born, he grew. Then the third generation, the grandson was born, and then they started walking. No. The grandfather and the grandchild appear simultaneously, not aage piche. See? Therefore, everything is created simultaneously. Nothing is separate like that. And thus, there is but one reality which is expressing in the form of everything. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshe Nivasa Sharanam Surat Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyam. Now the same Paramatma is expressing in different ways. See? Like the same mind expresses in different sounds. A, I, U, A, I, O, A, K, G. Same mind. So, Gatihi, the destination, Bharta, the supporter, Prabhu, the capable, Sakshi, the witness, Nivasa, the abode, Sharanam, the ultimate goal, Surud, our friend, Prabhava, Pralaya Sthanam, where from things begin, where the things end, Nidhanam Bijam Avyam, the very source of this whole universe, that undestroyed seed I am. See, friends, when we come out of the sleep, first space is created, then time is created, then objects are created, then we become somebody. If there is no space, if there is no time, if there are no objects, if there is nobody, where is the world? And all of them begin from this source. Therefore, when Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha maya kalpita desha kala kalana. These are all the expressions, imaginations of the mind. We are told, if you face this direction, you will be having good meditation. If you face that direction, you will not have. Don't get carried away on that. Relax. If you don't get meditation, never mind, sleep. Don't suffer. See? And if someday, by God's grace, if you are cool, very good. Over. But what happens? We want to repeat meditation. Remember, anything that is repeated is not the truth. How many types of meditations are there? One gentleman asked me. I said, look here, I am very poor in calculation. You calculate, I will tell you the data. The number of people doing meditation multiplied by the number of time each meditator is doing meditation is equal to the possible meditations. No meditation is repeated. If it is repeated, it is a military drill. By the left, quick march. And if you become more subtle, you will come to know one day, nothing is repeated in our life. Everything is unique. Even if you are driving from your home to your workplace every day the driving is unique. Even from our this lecture hall, you go to your room, every day, every walk is unique. Nothing is repeated in this world. Because all of them are only appearances, that which is never repeated is the truth, is ever the same. Therefore, Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam, everything begins from me, everything comes back to me, Nidhanam Bijam Avyam, I am the eternal seed out of which everything comes out. Further, Bhagavan continues, I only create the rains, tapami aham varsham, vigrunami usrujami cha, amrutam chaiva mrityuscha sadatachaham Arjuna. I only heat the oceans, the rains come, and in this manner, everything, good or bad, is supported by me. Traividya somapa puta papa yadnerištva svargatim prarthayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashnante divyan divideva bhogan. Now those who are kama, those who want to fulfill their desire, that also I help them. They do lot of karma kanda, trividya, the karma kanda and all that. Yadne ishtva sargatim prarthayante. They want to go to the heaven and therefore they do the punya lokam. It's okay, do nothing wrong in that. But te tam bhuktva punya lokam vishalam kshene punye martyalokam vishanti. When your visa is over, you come back again to Kerala. See, friends, there was a child born in a hospital in Ahmedabad, and very peculiar child. The moment he came out of his mother's womb, nurse has done whatever she has to do, wrapped in a cloth and was taking to be kept in the right place. So that time the child started talking. Arey, come on, how come? So the child said, what is there for breakfast? So the nurse said, Dhokla. Oh God, again Gujarat. See, friends, you'll come back again here. Nowhere. Shine punye martyalokam vishanti. Dekho, Maharaj, that which is gained as a result of karma or action, it ends after the momentum gathered by the karma is over. See, you take a stone and throw it. How long it will go? As long as your energy is associated with the stone. But that association of energy will be for a limited time. And after that, it will fall down. In the same manner, doing the satkarma, punya karma, you do something and you go to the heaven. How long? His account is over. Throw him back next. Shine punye martyalokam vishanti. See? Then, evam trahi dharma anuprapanna gatagatam kama kama labhante. In this manner, those who are all the time, I want this, I want that, do karma, they continue and they never get out of this relative existence. And therefore, now the ultimate, those nishkama purushas, what is the real spiritual life? It is not done for fulfillment of desires. Now this verse is the most beautiful verse. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana pariyupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Now this verse we will see in our tomorrow morning class. It is very depth. Then only we will understand when Bhagavan said, Guhyatamam Shastram Ida Muktam Mayanaga. What is the Guhyatama Shastra? It is told in this verse. See it tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.